Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to some more Starborne Sovereign Space episode 2 for our series here. We've got a very important and a very busy episode going on here, because I'm going to go over a lot of things to do with fleets. Now you can see here all my resources are nice and capped out, because if you work as often as I do, you're going to be used to seeing this screen. I'm playing the game for the first time in like 24 hours, or not 24, actually, yeah, almost 24 hours. So that's just kind of how it goes, but I wanted to make sure I could get in here and record all of the fleet stuff so you guys could see that, and we'll start spending some of these resources right off the bat. So before I get into those things, and before I mess with this achievement up here, let's go ahead and jump into our station and do a little bit more building for it. Now you can see that before I logged off last night, I did queue up warehouse level 3, which is nice, so that I could store as many resources as possible. Now I'm going to go ahead and queue up one more of each of these. It is going to take 6 minutes, so it's going to be about a minute before I can fast do these, which is fine. Now you can see here that I do have the Alliance chat going on over here, because I did start the Alliance. We'll click on the Alliance right now and take a look at the members. So here currently is everybody that is a part of the Alliance. We have 9 out of 20 people, which is nice. We're almost halfway there, and there's a few people we're still waiting to accept the invite. You can see there's 3 people here who have also been invited. These are also all subscribers and viewers of the channel, as well as everybody here is also a subscriber and viewer of the channel. So I haven't invited anybody outside of the actual community, because I feel like we can fill the 20-person slot with just community members. But you can see everybody here is a nice rank. I'm actually one of the worst, right next to poor No Name here. And that's because I haven't had a lot of chance to play the game, and being that I'm recording it, it takes me a little bit longer to navigate things, because I gotta do a lot of explaining like I'm doing now. But yeah, we've got the Alliance going. Now the name that we went for was the Shaktiri Axis, so those are my Distant Worlds Universe fans out there. You'll know exactly what this is, and we're actually ranked 23 out of 180 alliances, which, if you think about it, is pretty good. We're in the top 25 already. If I wasn't dragging the team down with my crappy score, we might be even better. But we did get, or I got an unclaimed rewards here under the achievements, and we'll click on that. It was right in chat, which I think I said hello or something here just to get it. And we get 100 prestige for that. And prestige is up in this top right-hand corner, but we're not going to talk too much about that just yet. We'll get more into that later on. Now, alright, what else is there? So, join an alliance. Technically, I made an alliance, so do I not get that, I guess? Interesting. Well, we do got a couple things we got to do here. We got to produce a ship, create some fleets and everything, and go through and do all that, which will be nice. Creating a new fleet, I believe, gives us, yes, it gives us 10 corvettes, which is good. Let's talk a little bit about fleets, because that's what this episode is going to be on. So, down here in the bottom, you can see all of these ships. These ships are currently in my hangar. I'm sorry, they're currently in fleets, and they're just kind of hanging out. We've got some defender ships here, some industrials, and we've got some of these scout type ships, I believe. I don't know if they're actually called scouts. I probably should check. Yes, they are called scouts. So industrial, patrol ships, and corvettes. Patrol ships essentially being a defending type ship. Your corvette is your attacking base ship. Now going here into your hangar, this is where ships that are not in fleets are going to hang out. Those ships do not cost you anything in labor, but as soon as you've got a ship queued up in a fleet and it's off doing a mission, it's going to cost you labor. Now, the achievement was to create a new fleet, and we get 10 corvettes for doing that, which is pretty nice. So let's go ahead and make a fleet. You can see here that we've got 5 fleets already, that being the industrial, the industrial, the patrol, and then the 3 scouts. We're going to make a new fleet. We will, let's see, just request a candidate. Lieutenant. Actually, this one should be me first. The first one should be, well, it's a female, so that would be kind of weird. Okay, Lieutenant Whitney, I like that. Sabouts HQ is the only place we can spawn it, and there's a lot of different ships here, but we're going to go Corvette. So we'll go ahead and confirm the creation of this fleet, and there we go. Achievement is done. So now we'll claim our 10 Corvettes, and if we go down here into the hangar, you'll see that we've got 10 Corvettes on standby. If we want to transfer those Corvettes over to Lieutenant Whitney, we can click on her, And we can right click and use this slider here and transfer all 10 to her. She can hold up to 800. Or if we want to, we can just hover over this and we can hold shift and scroll. So we'll scroll right up to the 10 and that gives us 10 ships. Now, something else to take note of is the fact that we have a Marauder Base here. Now, the Marauder Base starts next to, it's like a level 1 Marauder Base, and it starts next to everybody that spawns into the game. They get a Marauder Base just like this next to them. So we can attack it and raid it and acquire resources, and we can use our Corvettes and Industrials to do that, and I'm going to explain that now. So let's go ahead first and go into achievements again. I want to see, let's see, upgrade a station, produce a ship. Do one of these give me... I believe, yes, this one gives us 10 industrials. Have a refinery of each type at level 3. So I want to wait till I actually get that before I go on and do what I want to do here. Or, well, I can do the first part of it at least. So what we're going to do, the very first part, is we're going to take Lieutenant Whitney and her 10 Corvettes, and we're going to make an order to go here, fleet operation, and assault. Now, there is assault and raid. There's also deploy, but deploy requires you to dock there, which obviously we can't do. But clicking on here, we don't have docking rights here because it's an enemy. But clicking on here, we can go to fleet operations, and assault and raid are the two that are going to be the most important for us during this time. Now, assaulting is essentially attacking the station, but you won't acquire any resources. Raiding is assaulting the station to, or I'm sorry, best say raiding the station essentially to get the resources from it. Now, the Marauder Base more than likely has some defenders at it. We could scout it and see how many defenders, but since it's such a small base and I've got 10 Corvettes, I'm going to assume I can probably take them. We could spy if we wanted to, but I'm not going to waste the time. I'm very positive and confident that I can take this base. So let's go ahead and set fleet operations and set it to assault. So they're going to head off to go assault right now. And we can see actually how long that's going to take. It's going to take 17 minutes. Now, we're going to want to send our industrials to raid after the assault is over, because the assault will go in, they'll destroy the defenses, and then we'll be able to raid and gather some extra resources. The only thing is I want to make sure that I can get those extra resources and get a lot of them, and I'll explain what I mean by that in a second. We're going to go ahead, though, and we'll rush this as soon as we can, but we're going to go ahead and upgrade this one. 6 minutes, okay? And I let that other one completely run out, which is silly of me. I completely missed it, but that's okay. These things happen from time to time. So we'll let this one go ahead and run its course, and then we'll get this one. That'll give us the 10 industrials we need. Should be good. Now, I forgot to put cards on here, and even if I don't even know if I have cards. You can give your fleet cards, just like anything in the game. And whether or not I have cards, I do not know. It says I don't have any. That's fine. Alright, while we're waiting for these to finish up, let's get into something else. We've only got about a minute for them to actually finish, but the next thing we'll go ahead and queue up to do is to move around these ships to place out probes. I think the first one we're going to want to place is going to be on this star right over here. And the reason for that is because stars occasionally emit solar flares. And if they do have a solar flare and you catch it on a probe, you can send industrials to harvest resources from that solar flare. Now, we can't see anything now. Yes, we can see the map, but that's all we see is the basic information. Clicking on the Explore screen, you can see that it's pretty much the same map, just a little bit cooler looking. Obviously, you got the gravity well of the star here, but essentially, there's really nothing else to look at. This is where scouts and probes come in handy. So we're going to send our first scout off to set a scan probe here on the star, so that way, if we get a solar flare there, we can hurry up and send industrials to catch it. We'll grab up another one, and we're going to go ahead and set one up somewhere nearby us. Let's go ahead and set it up on the side of this planet. Like so. And then the next one here we want to set up, we're going to set up right here on our base. And the reason for that is because chances are there might be some missions right around us that we can take advantage of early on in the game, but we can't see them until we have a probe out. So we might as well just put one right on our base because it's going to allow us to scan all around our base and see what's here. And we'll actually get this one instantly, which is nice. So there we go. We can see now all of these tiles light up. These are tiles we're scanning. And we can see over here that we've got some yellow tiles, which means that there's a potential for a mission somewhere here. Now, missions work in sort of a heat map kind of system. So essentially, you're looking at cold space right now. Over here in these gray tiles, that means there's nothing there. But over here, we're seeing some yellow. So the heat map is in effect, and chances are we're probably seeing a mission somewhere inside this area. We just don't know exactly where it is yet. Luckily, as the scanner continues to work, we can hopefully expand this and actually really see where things are. Now, well, as that's going, I see that we can rush this, so let's go ahead and do that, and we'll wait the extra minute for that before we send off our industrial ships to do some raiding. You can see we got some people chatting over there. Like I said, these are all people who are subscribers of the channel, just reading some of this stuff here. And I see that Gaius Casius here, who is our, who has somehow been labeled our alliance diplomat, is going around and basically sending hate messages to all the other alliances. So we're calling him the fire starter essentially, because he's literally just crap talking every single alliance, which I guess isn't a bad thing considering we're ranked 23, so we're not in a bad position. All right, we do have an achievement here I just noticed. Let's go ahead and do that. It was performing a scan operation, and we're going to get a character card, +8 base scan, veteran scout. Ooh, that's a good one, so let's definitely pick that one up. And we're actually going to go ahead. I see the resources are still almost capped out, so we got to spend those as soon as we can. But let's head back into here. And I'm using the spacebar to navigate these, by the way. I clicked on them last time just to kind of show you, but the spacebar is definitely the quick way to navigate. But yes, let's definitely click on here, go into buildings. We're ready to rush this here, so let's do that. And then there's no point in having anything waiting. So why don't we go ahead and queue some stuff up. Now we could start working on some of these, a docking bay or a resource vault. This is kind of tricky for me because my role is going to be going for attack. We'll talk a little bit about that in a second. I think I talked about roles already, but let's go ahead and get our 10 industrials and send them out. Oh crap, I made a mistake. Okay, I can't really tell you guys. Actually, I can show you the mistake. So here's the mistake I made. Okay, I can show you with this one. So the mistake I made was, actually I can show you with this one. Okay, this one isn't the same one, but I'll show you anyways. So I just claimed that. The problem is that sometimes you get resources when you claim them. But I think I mentioned this last time. If you don't have the space for those resources, they just disappear and become wasted. Well, I just wasted a couple of resources because I didn't have the space for it, which kind of sucks, but these things happen. So we're not going to worry too much about it. Alright, we do have a mission for producing a ship, so we may as well go ahead and go to the shipyard and make an extra Corvette, so we've got it. I actually set up 2 Corvettes, but that's fine. We'll definitely use all 2 of those. In fact, I'm better off probably just... There's 2, and probably just make 8 more, so we've got 10 Corvettes. Now, another thing, we'll go back into our buildings. I do want to queue something up, but before I do that, let's definitely take our industrials and bump them up. If we go here in the hangar, we've got 6, and we'll put all of them right into this one fleet. Now, clicking on these ships here, you can see we've got all 13 of them. If we wanted to actually go into, let's see, how do I go to fleet detail? So if we want to actually go into fleet details and see, we can see that this fleet has a cargo space of 156. I'm sorry, 1,560. Wow, I read that completely wrong. 1560 essentially. So that is what we've got for cargo space, which is pretty nice. So we'll actually send them off to go collect the resources from here. So we're going to set it to fleet operations and raid. All right. And that'll take a little bit longer because these ships are slower. In fact, it's going to take 1 hour and 39 minutes, which this episode will be long over by then. And Gaius Casius is doing a fantastic job at sending vague threats to the community manager of the Starborne team, who is in this game. I do not know where he is. It looks like Halcyon Nova, though, posted the coordinates, so fantastic. Oh, wow, and look at that. We actually filled right up to the end here. Good. Good, so everybody's doing really well. And we can see we've got some other people around. Wow, these guys are in the way back. Okay. Who's that near me? Somebody in our alliance. Demiskeleton, nice. Okay, so there is an alliance member near me. I don't see the other ones. I'll have to go into political to really see. Okay, so we can kind of see where everybody is. We've got Demiskeleton here. Over here, we've got Gaius Casius, which is the big DP. We've got Elysia. We've got Mogrim, Dean 2, or Ariel, Halcyon Nova. Where's everybody else? They must be in the back. Okay, I don't know. They're around here somewheres. Either way, very good. Very, very good. Okay, back to here. And alright, let's go ahead now and see our Explore again. Okay, nice. So we're actually starting to finally home in on some missions, which is good. And hopefully we'll find one soon so we can deal with that. What else do I want to do? I guess I better start queuing up some other stuff. So I had mentioned in the last episode that, you know, going individual routes is pretty important, right? Because there's various roles in the game you can essentially take advantage of. So there's various people in the Alliance who have already decided what kind of roles they're going to take. We've got a couple people going heavy industrial, some people going espionage and scanning, and we've got a few attackers and defenders. I myself am going to focus on attack, so military buildings are going to be key to doing that. However, in your first station, it's not as important, like I mentioned, so I'm probably going to go with military, but a little bit of, well, I'll do a little bit of everything. And then once we get down here into more of these buildings here, we'll start doing a lot of these and start kind of going down, getting unique buildings and such. Now, what do I want to get first? Resource Vault level 1. So 1 or 2 labor upkeep, station, 203 resources hidden. Oh, nice. So actually hidden resources. That would be pretty useful. Hidden resources would be very useful. +1 to +2 freighter count. Okay. And we've already got 10 out of 10 for that. Let's, this isn't going to really help us all that much. But we'll have it going for now just to have it going. And we'll go ahead and queue this up as well. Well, actually, yeah, we'll get the docking. Well, we'll hold off on that. Well, no, we'll get it. We'll get it. I'm trying to like think in my mind what would be the perfect build. All right, at least we got ships out and about. We're starting to get close to getting something picked up. Probably put another probe out somewheres. Probe active here for 23 hours. Why don't you go ahead and put another probe here? Just to help maybe hone in on it. Now, I'm excited to get a probe up here. Actually, another thing too would be to look at the players around. So Snagglefox, is he in an alliance? He doesn't appear to be, as far as I can tell. We could spy if we wanted to, but everybody has the ESA protected on them, so nobody we can really do anything to until after that ESA ends. Not sure who's in an alliance. I guess that's something we'll have to discover. Because does it say if you're in an alliance? I don't think it does. Doesn't look like it. How much influence do we have? 74? Okay. You guys are in that chat. Enraging an admin activates hard mode. Sabouts will be proud. I will. I will be proud. Nothing more I love than hard mode. In all the games I play. Oh yes, we did get the new item base scan. That's a character card, but we still have the other character cards that are running right now, so doesn't really do us any good. We do have an empty card here, but nothing really worth putting on. 85 or 95 metal and crystal product. Yeah, but that one, like I said, I'm saving that one for when I have a time this weekend to really sit down and play the game. Right now, I just don't. I've got time, but not enough that's going to make it worth my while. Oh, why? This is my life. Okay. Awesome. We're almost, we're 3 minutes out from that attack. I see that we do have one of our corvettes. Okay, well, we'll go with the achievements here. All right, produce a ship. Yeah, we've got one of our corvettes built, so we can actually go right into here and deliver it. So deliver completed ships. That'll complete the achievement. Produce a ship. And it gives us the laser cannon, so we'll grab up that. And then, actually, I believe another achievement, upgrade a station. So we should be able to upgrade ours now. That'll give us all of these resources, plus Ruby Master and Cyborg Workers, which Cyborg Workers would be really good. It's an extremely good card. So let's definitely go ahead and upgrade our station. I'm not sure how long it will take. It says... it doesn't say. Let's see. Oh, that's the command center, not our... Duh. Upgrade stations right here. Oh, there we go. So it's just instant. Okay, nice. So we're at least station 2 now. So we grab up that achievement. Claim reward. And we've got a couple of other stuff to work on. Actually, in fact, before I do want to actually remove... Oops. This is still open. I do want to remove this for now. And just focus on that resource vault, which we can get. I like the fact that I can hide my upgrades. I want to get that, and then I definitely want to get... Oh, I'll probably queue that up later. I definitely want to get another one of these. Okay, awesome. And still nothing yet, but soon. I'm confident in soon. All right, we're about to do this attack here. Speaking of achievements, we've got Industry Path Basic, Military Path Basic, Domain Path Basic, which would be good. The Industry gives us 10 industrial ships, Military gives us 10 corvettes, Domain gives us 10 defenders, or the patrol ships. And Discover a mission, which we haven't done yet. Produce 10 corvettes we're working on, though. Upgrade station again, we're a little ways from that, and then we're working towards this one right now. What else have we got here? Exploration, perform sabotage, complete an event. Expansion, construct any outpost, build command center to level 10. Yeah, we're a little ways from all those two. Upgrade a station. Okay. So I guess that's pretty much it for this episode. I don't think there's anything much to go over until we start doing some of the exploring and everything, but that kind of touches down on fleets as well as just kind of continuing growing everything that's going on right now. Do we have... I thought we had cards for these. Yeah, we've got one now. We could put core schematics on. It was a minus 20% building construction time. This one's minus 25% building time and plus 50% station harvest yield, which is pretty awesome. So that one's infinite. Doesn't expire. I'm going to put that one on. It'd be really useful. And yeah, like I said, we're waiting for that one. So that actually should speed up building construction pretty well. How far out are you guys? Okay, they're returning now. So we actually finished that. Perform assault operation, and we get 100 prestige plus the gas laser. So plus 2 offensive firepower. All right. So with that being said, we're going to end it off here. Next time, we're going to hopefully get into exploring. Oh, actually, speaking of that, we found some missions. Nice. So we'll get into that next time. And then we'll talk a little bit about prestige and do a couple more things. So with that being said, I want to thank you all for joining me. I do hope that you've enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you next time.